Good afternoon, Venlo. I'm here to tell you a story, and the story starts with a mattress. A few months ago, I wanted a new mattress, so I went to a store and asked the salesperson, I really need a good mattress. And she said, well, this is the best mattress you will ever have. And I asked her why. And she said, it's very good for your back. And when you sleep on this mattress the next morning, you're so fresh, you're full of energy. So it's the best thing you can ever buy. And then I asked her, is this really a good mattress? And she said, yes, it's a good mattress. It's good for your back. You will sleep very well. And then I said, well, maybe I'm not quite clear, but can you tell me where this mattress is made from? Her eyes became a little bit bigger. And then I asked her, how is it produced? Where does it come from? And maybe completely funny, in 5 years, can I return this mattress as a resource and get a new one back? And her eyes became bigger and bigger and bigger. So she called her chief, and he came, and he said, this is the best mattress you can ever buy. And I said, no, I want a really good mattress. And what I find out that we had different points of perspectives regarding quality. But let me tell you this story. Why did I ask these questions? Well, we all facing huge problems, and I'm not here today to talk about these huge problems. We all know them. When I drove to Venlo this morning, I heard on the radio there's a big conference now going on in Bonn in Germany about climate change. In 2017 will be again record warm. But we are facing CO2 increasing. We are facing energy crises. We have a lot of waste, and we have to do something about it, and we all know that. And we feel actually guilty about that. And what we are doing is that we try to minimize these things instead of really handling them. So I was thinking maybe we should turn it around. Maybe we can create goodness and solve these problems by consuming. Wouldn't that be nice? That we can actually be beneficial as humans in this world and buying things and developing things, and that we don't have to feel guilty about that? Wouldn't that be great? I'm convinced that would create a complete different kind of energy. How did it all start? It has to do with a mindset. It has to do with consciousness regarding to what's quality worth. And I had the honor to be the project manager of this beautiful new city hall in Venlo. Started 8 years ago. A building that is cleaning the air, it's closing water loops, it's cleaning water. It's a resource bank. The materials that are in this building can be reused again without a quality loss. It makes Venlo a little bit better because it's cleaning the air outside, but most of all, it's a healthy building. By using the right materials and using fresh air, the people who are working in this building are actually healthier and more productive and being good for this city. So that was the main goal of this building. That was all about quality. But how did we get to that? That was the mindset of cradle to cradle. Cradle to cradle is a principle that this city embedded 8 years ago. And it's all about creating a positive footprint, that we as humans can be beneficial to this earth by consuming. And Cradle to Cradle has 3 principles. The first one is waste is food. Every material that we are using or producing can be reused again without a quality loss and is healthy. And when we produce these materials, we use the right energy. So like solar income or water energy or wind energy, we have enough of this energy. I'm always amazed that we are talking about an energy problem when you realize that every day the sun spends energy as that we have used the last 200 years, every day. So we have enough. We just have to use it. And the third one is enjoy diversity. This means that we would like to create a diverse world, not only in a society, but also in an economical way. And this mindset helped me in my work here in Venlo to make a building that is really making Venlo better. But let me translate these principles to what I really would like to tell you. We talked about these problems, about climate change, about waste problems, water problems, air problems, and we try to fix them. But how are we doing this the last 30 years? We try to reduce negative things. So we try to minimize waste. We try to make the air a little bit less dirty. But we are not going to solve the main problems by reducing things. And I am convinced that we don't want to reduce. We want to consume. I think that's one of the main problems, that it isn't working in the right way. And actually, the reducing mindset can lead to other problems. For example, air quality. We are so focused on reducing bad energy like gases or coals or oil that we isolated our buildings in a way that we are creating sick buildings. And that's actually a funny thing. So we try to do something good, we are minimizing things and actually creating a new problem. Isn't that funny? That has all to do with the mindset. It has to do with awareness. When you brought your children to school, to the ground school, did you ever ask the question, what is the air quality in this building? Or when you buy a house, what's the air quality in this building? Or when you go to work? And isn't it actually a funny thing when you realize that per 1,000 parts per million CO2, you cannot, your concentration level goes down with 25%. In the Netherlands, we have schools with 3,000 parts CO2 per million. Then it isn't funny that children cannot concentrate. So the mindset of reducing doesn't solve problems. Maybe in the end we make it perfectly wrong, but we are not creating a positive footprint. So I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to do something good for yourself and for the world by consuming? And do something 100% good. I'm convinced that this will create a lot of different kind of energy. That it's all right to be on this earth. That's a fest that we can celebrate that we are here. But we have to do it in a way, we have to consume it in a way that we're actually really creating this positive footprint. And how can you do that? By asking questions. That was why when I wanted to buy this mattress, I asked these questions, because for me, these questions are now so obvious, thanks to my work at the new City Hall, that I am understanding now what quality is really worth. So please start asking these questions, and wouldn't it be nice that you do something good for yourself and for the world? And of course, people are always saying, well, it is way more expensive. Well, first of all, asking questions doesn't cost money. So everybody can do that. And second of all, when you are aware of what you are buying, you will actually see that you're often buying things that are bad, or maybe a little bit less bad. So maybe we should stop doing that and saving actually money. But most of all, if we are aware that we can solve these big problems, and they cost a lot of money, by consuming, then we can really do something else. Then we can add quality. And quality is also a value. And maybe make it quite simple. When I ask you, do you want to live above the red line or beneath the red line? Of course, that's an open door. Everybody wants to live in a world that's healthy, with clean air, with clean water, without waste, and with biodiversity. So if you don't want to talk about cradle to cradle, that's okay, that's fine for me. But realize that we can actually establish a world above the red line by consuming. Awareness is the key to make this change. 2 weeks ago, I did buy a mattress because the producer of another store could tell me where the mattress was made from and how it was produced. But 1 week later, this person from the first shop, he called me and he said, well, did you buy a mattress? I said, yes, I did. Well, I said, okay, I just want you to know that last week someone else asked me exactly the same questions. And that made him thought. He said, I am going to contact the producers of the mattresses that I am selling because I want to sell good stuff. Because I see that something is going on in this world and the mindset is changing. And we can increase this change by asking the right questions. So please, when you buy something, when you bring your children to school, ask yourself the question, am I adding value or am I doing something bad, a little bit less bad? Because I am convinced, and the proof is, for example, in the new City Hall, that we can create goodness and solve problems by consuming. Thank you.
So, Vincent, thank you.
Michel.
Could you perhaps maybe summarize a little bit on how do we actually add value to our life and environment?
Yeah, first of all, why not? When you are buying things, for me as a person, for me it's very important that they are healthy, so that I know what I want to buy, that I spend money on something, and I just want to know what I'm buying.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Michel, we've had some fascinating discussions. I don't know if the audience actually knows this, but Michel's not only worked on sustainability and the environment here, but also in a country that I hold very dear, which is Namibia. So I'd like to ask you one quick question about Namibia, and then after that, invite you to join me for a drink downstairs so we can talk a little bit more.
Yep.
What do you see as the main challenges, both for the first world in terms of sustainability and the environment, and the third world? Where do you see the crossover?
I think that awareness is one of the biggest challenges. What I see is that when we do projects, that a lot of people are saying, why didn't we do that before? And that's why they didn't ask the right questions.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. I'm still very interested in hearing more about Namibia. So let's go have a drink
We will.
and carry on with the program.
Okay.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.